Alright, what we've got here is 6 racks of baby back ribs. Just basically going to show you what I do to prep them before I get them on the smoker, and then I'm going to show you how I start my smoker, and then go from there all the way through the cooking process. So what I like to do is start with the meat side down just to get some mustard on it. The mustard helps my rubs stick. So just a little bit of mustard. We're going to do that, and then I like to follow that up with sticky fingers. Just get a little bit of a different flavor here. First, kind of get a nice and even coat. After I get my mustard rubbed in there, I'm going to come in with my rub. Get a bunch of that on there. Can't really get too much. I'm going to coat each one of these pretty good. And then we're going to flip them over and do the same thing. Mustard and then rub. Alright, go with the mustard. Just a little bit, not a whole lot. What this does is help the rub stick. Use the yellow mustard and then come back with the sticky fingers once again. Just a little bit. What we're going to do is rub this in just a little and then apply our dry rub. And we're just quickly getting these coated here so we have something to stick to. And get a little bit of our dry rub. Can't really use too much of this. Get a good look at the ribs with the dry rub on them. It's going to start to soak in a little bit. What I'm going to do is put this back in the refrigerator until it's time to go onto the smoker. Alright, now this is what I've found to be the most effective way to start my charcoal. So I just take my little torch here, turn it on. And heat up them coals. And what I like to do is put a couple of chunks of hickory right on there. They're just going to set off the coals a little bit, and I'm just going to get that to smoke. I don't want the hickory to catch on fire, so that's why I keep it off of the coals just a little bit. There you go. It'll take about 30 minutes to get up to temp. Once that gets up to about 225 to 245, I'm going to be able to open up my smoker and put the ribs on. Alright, we got the smoker up to temp. Just kind of put these ribs on here and let the smoke do its magic. We checking you in about 3 hours. Alright, it's been 3 hours. Looks like these ribs are ready to come off. Time for the Texas Crush. I'll show you what that's all about. Alright, for the next 2 hours I'm going to wrap the ribs that are right here. They've been on the smoker for about 3 hours. I'm going to wrap them in this food service wrap. I'm going to wrap them for approximately 2 hours. So these are the products I'm using that's going to go into my glaze. Tiger sauce, brown sugar, Parkay. You don't want to use real butter because real butter will burn. My secret rub and some honey. All right, here we go. So first thing I like to do is put down some of that brown sugar on that food service wrap. Not a whole lot. Take some honey. Put a little bit of that honey on there. A little bit of the butter. Tiger sauce. That tiger sauce is good. A little bit more of my rub. Come over here. I'm gonna grab one of these ribs. We're gonna go meat side down, not the bone side, meat side down, right on top of here. Boom. Then we're gonna put honey, brown sugar, tiger sauce, a little bit more of that parquet, now the fun part, we're going to wrap it up. So what this is going to do is going to seal that moisture in for the next 2 hours while we're going to finish this off to come to the proper temperature. Wrap this over a couple of times just so it doesn't leak. Boom, that's it. Now we're going to put this back on the smoker. There we go. We're going to, on the smoker, meat side down. Alright, it's time to put some barbecue sauce on these ribs. They've been in the wrap, the Texas Crutch, for about 2.5 hours now. And what I like to use is Big Ollie's barbecue sauce. Big Ollie's is really, it's a Memphis style sauce. It's got some vinegar taste to it, but it's got a ketchup base to it as well. It's not the Carolina, it's the Memphis style. What I like to do to set this sauce is go ahead and pour some on there. And then we'll probably have it on the smoker for another 30 to 45 minutes. Lets that sauce glaze up, lets it set. Oh yeah. Big Ollie's. We'll check on you boys about another 30 minutes. Oh yeah. Look how that barbecue sauce is set up. Those the meat's pulled back from the bones. That's some good looking ribs right there. That's what we're looking for. Meat pulling back from the bones right there. That tells you these ribs are done. Let's take one of these racks of ribs off here. Get it cut up. See what it's like. Oh yeah. Got a little bit of moisture in that.